You're here because you're trying to manifest your dream life, that version of yourself that feels aligned, fulfilled, and at peace. But maybe you've wondered, what happens when I'm not acting like that person? When I feel reactive, distant, or impatient? Feeling like the outside world is triggering me too much, that I'm reacting too much, that I don't feel like that spiritual being I'm supposed to be. Does that ruin my manifestation? Today, we're going to talk about that, and I promise, by the end of this video, you'll feel more clear, grounded, and empowered. There was a time that I started noticing something that made me feel really uncomfortable. I wasn't proud of how I was showing up, and I could feel it. I didn't like how I acted around people, not in some big dramatic way, but I felt myself being distant, cold, sometimes even defensive or impatient. And the worst part was that I could feel it as it was happening, but I didn't know how to stop it. And after conversations, I would walk away with this heavy feeling in my chest, like, why did I say that? Why did I act that way? Have you ever had a moment like that? Drop a sparkles emoji or a yes in the comments if that hits home. And if you're new here, hi, this is Rise Above. On this channel, we talk about manifestation, mindset, and self-growth, but in a real human way. If you're into becoming the most aligned version of you, you are in the right place. So I started asking myself, can I still manifest the life I want even when I'm not being my best self or I'm not feeling confident around people or the world, the outside? Does one bad mood cancel out my vision board? Does one reactive moment mess up my vibration? I used to think yes, and honestly, that scared me. I thought if I wasn't positive 24/7, I would ruin my manifestations. But now, I don't believe that anymore. Here's what I've learned. You don't need to be perfect to manifest, you guys. You just need to be aware. When I started noticing my reactions, I saw they weren't random. They were patterns, all habits of doubting myself. And sometimes I was reacting from fear or from rejection I hadn't even processed. And yes, I had and still have a lot to work on internally. Sometimes it came from this old childhood belief that told me that if I'm not in control, I'll get hurt. That awareness gave me so much compassion for myself, you guys. And if you are still here, this is where it gets powerful because what I'm about to share shifted everything for me. Our brains are wired to run on autopilot. Dr. Joe Dispenza said, by the time we are 35, 95% of who we are is just a memorized set of behaviors, emotional reactions, habits, and beliefs. That explains so much, right? Sometimes we are not being distant, reactive, or triggered by the world around us because we want to be. We are just repeating what's familiar to our nervous system. I had this moment where someone close to me shared something vulnerable, and I totally shut down. I didn't mean to, but I did. And later I realized it wasn't about them. It was my brain going, all right, too much, danger, retreat. And I thought, wow, how many of my reactions are just protection? That awareness alone was healing. So no, one off day doesn't block your manifestation. But when we ignore those patterns, they can create resistance. Because manifestation isn't about faking good vibes. It's about alignment. And alignment comes from honesty, you guys. Every time you choose a new response, even a small one, you start to rewire your brain. And that's neuroplasticity. Your brain can literally change itself. Every time you pause instead of reacting, every time you offer yourself compassion instead of judgment, every time you speak kindly, even if it feels uncomfortable, you are creating a new path. And the more you walk that path, the easier it becomes. Dr. Bruce Lipton says, you can just think your way into change. You have to reprogram the subconscious, and that takes practice. So here's what's helped me, and I hope it helps you as well. Journaling, not to fix myself, but to ask, what was I really feeling at that moment? What did I need but didn't know how to ask for? Affirmations, you guys, not just for the future I want, but for the me I'm becoming, for my inner healing. Inner child work. Sometimes I picture myself as a kid and wonder, what would I want her to hear at that moment? And it's never a shame, it's softness. And right now, I want to share some affirmations that helped me the most. Maybe they'll help you too. Say them with me if you can, or let them sink in quietly. And if one really lands for you, type it in the comments so we can lift each other up. Ready? I'm learning how to respond instead of react. I'm learning how to respond instead of react. I'm becoming aware of what no longer serves me. I'm becoming aware of what no longer serves me. My growth makes me magnetic. My growth makes me magnetic. My healing is part of my manifestation. My healing is part of my manifestation. I show up more aligned every single day. I show up more aligned every single day. I'm safe to change. I'm safe to change. I'm becoming the version of me I already believe in. I'm becoming the version of me I already believe in. I'm worthy of the life I desire, even when I'm still learning. I'm worthy of the life I desire, even when I'm still learning. Every small choice I make brings me closer to my highest self. My awareness creates a space for new possibilities. My awareness creates a space for new possibilities. I trust that even my messy moments are guiding me home. I trust that even my messy moments are guiding me home. I release the need to be perfect. I choose to be real. My presence is enough. I am enough. I forgive myself for the times I didn't know better. I forgive myself for the times I didn't know better. I'm safe to let love in, starting with my own. I'm safe to let love in, starting with my own. Each breath I take anchors me in my power. Each breath I take anchors me in my power. I'm allowed to outgrow what once felt comfortable. I'm allowed to outgrow what once felt comfortable. I choose softness even when my heart feels guarded. I choose softness even when my heart feels guarded. I'm rewriting my story with love and intention. I'm rewriting my story with love and intention. I'm already aligned with what's meant for me. I'm already aligned with what's meant for me. Just take a moment and breathe that in. Let one of those affirmations stick with you today. You're already growing, you're already shifting, and you're exactly where you need to be. And hey, if this resonated, give this video a like so it can reach more people who might need it. Drop your favorite affirmation below in the comments, or share your experience if this hit home. I read every single comment, and if you want to go deeper, check out my video on how to rewire your subconscious for manifestation. I'll link it below. Thanks for being here with me today. You're doing better than you think. See you in the next one.